Aubrey. So I just read over your 24-hour food diary that you filled out for me from yesterday, and I've written some recommendations for you to work on. You can work on them from now until I see you again in 6 months, and then in 6 months we can go over your progress and see if we need to modify anything or how you did. Is it okay that we read over them real quick together, and then you can choose just 2 to 3 goals that you think are actually obtainable for the next 6 months. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so here's the options that I gave you, and if you just want to choose a few of them for me.
So I think limiting the alcohol consumption to 1 drink a day would be easy for me to do, and then trying to eat a small breakfast with my coffee instead of not eating anything in the morning.
Okay, that's perfect. So I think that limiting your alcohol consumption is a good choice. So how often do you drink right now?
I have about a drink a night, sometimes 2 drinks a night.
Okay, so that's a good recommendation because usually when people are drinking alcohol, a lot of times it's very sugary, and usually they mix it with sodas. Are you mixing it with sodas ever?
Sometimes it's a glass of wine, or sometimes I do like a vodka and Sprite.
Okay, so sodas are really acidic in general, even if they didn't have sugar in them. So even like diet sodas are still bad for your teeth because they're acidic. But then when you add regular sodas, for example Sprite, the lighter the soda, the more bad it is for your teeth actually. So whenever you add those in there, it's just like a snowball effect. So every time you're sipping on your drink, the sugar and the acid, they're reacting with your teeth, and they're causing your teeth to demineralize, and it ultimately causes tooth decay in tooth cavities.
Oh, yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah. So it is important to understand the difference between how much you're drinking and how often you're drinking. So every single time you're sipping, it's causing an acid attack on your teeth. So it's better to either drink it all at once, or you can drink it with a meal so that the food helps the sugar pass through. Or you can also rinse your mouth with water after each time you drink.
Mm-hmm.
That will help the sugar not stick to your teeth. So let's see here. And that's also the same with anything really. So you're talking about sugary drinks to do with your alcohol, but that's also the same, if you ate cookies or cake or chips or anything that breaks down into simple sugars in your mouth, it reacts with the bacteria on your teeth and it causes acid, and the acid is what breaks down your teeth and demineralizes your teeth. So you can always just rinse with water, or like I said, eat your meal with your alcohol instead of eating it. Do you usually drink before or after your meal, or during, or?
Normally it's after my dinner, so I can definitely incorporate it into my dinner.
Yeah,
drink it while I'm eating my dinner.
That's perfect, yes. And I understand, COVID-19 right now is making life stressful, so it's probably causing a lot of people to drink more than usual, and then we were on quarantine. But if you can limit to 1 drink a day, that's what they recommend. So, okay. And let's see. Another recommendation that you thought was obtainable was to try to incorporate your breakfast with your coffee. So right now you're just drinking coffee with creamer?
Yes.
Okay, and your creamer, does it have sugar in it?
Yes.
Okay, so that goes back to, you can also rinse with water because coffee does stain your teeth, but also the sugar, once again, is setting on your teeth with the bacteria causing acid, which is demineralizing your teeth. So it's important to either rinse with water, or like I said, let's talk more about the breakfast. You can incorporate karyostatic foods. So that means it's foods that don't cause cavities. So they'll help some of that sugar get washed away too. So this includes cheesy eggs, avocado, lean breakfast meat, nuts, stuff like that.
Okay.
Do you like any of those foods?
Yeah, I definitely like eggs and stuff. Most of the time I eat breakfast on the weekends, so during the week it's just coffee.
Okay. Well, just maybe a
But
little
I can
snack
try
of those foods would help.
Mhm.
Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up, which I noticed on your Carrie's assessment, was that you mentioned you take medication at night that causes you to have dry mouth.
Mhm.
What are some of the things that you're doing at night to help with that?
I've been just having water next to my bed, and I just drink that before I fall asleep, and then sometimes I wake up throughout the night to drink some water.
Okay, that's perfect. I do the same thing. I snore at night because I'm a mouth breather, so I always keep water next to my bedside to help, keep my teeth hydrated and my mouth hydrated. So it's important for us to have healthy saliva amounts in our mouth because saliva helps our teeth, like the pH of our teeth, be where it needs to be, and it also helps lubricate and keep our teeth healthy. So it is really important that we keep your saliva amounts where they need to be. But what I wanted to mention to you was possibly introducing a fluoride rinse to your bedtime routine to help combat that dry mouth as well. Do you think that's something you could do at night?
Yeah, I could definitely just add that to my brushing and flossing routine.
Perfect, yeah. So you'll just do your normal thing and then we'll just add the fluoride rinse just like a mouthwash, and that will help combat your dry mouth throughout the night too.
Sounds good.
If you ever do have dry mouth during the day, you can always chew on sugar-free gum or sugar-free candy. It's even better if it has xylitol in it. That starts with an X, and I'll write that down for you because I'm going to give you a copy of these recommendations to reference back to when you go home. But it starts with an X, and it's called xylitol, and it actually remineralizes your teeth. So that's a really good ingredient to look for on your gum. Okay, so do you think everything we talked about today that you could work on and are obtainable goals for the next time I see you in 6 months?
Yeah, I think that those are going to be really easy for me, starting small definitely, because we don't want to try and change too many things at once.
Right, right. And you had a really good 24-hour food diary, so you seem to be pretty healthy, so keep up the good work. I have full confidence that you can do these things. So, and if you have any questions, then just feel free to call the office or get a hold of me and I can help you out.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay, well, I'll give you a copy and then I'll see you back in 6 months.
Okay, great.
All
Sounds
right.
good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.